Hello everyone. I want to take you on an informational journey through this remarkable thing we call the brain. Today we will talk about memory, specifically long-term memory and the many different types that hide under its umbrella. I will tell you where they reside in the brain, their definitions, and a few of my own long-term memories. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. So who am I? I'm Shay Simmons. I'm a fashion design student, and I started at LBCC full-time in 2017. Due to illnesses and injuries, I had to drop and withdraw from a lot of classes. Hopefully I will finish soon. I picked memory as my topic because it does so many things. It can make you laugh, smile, cry, and it can imprison or exonerate someone. It's truly an incredible part of the brain, especially your long-term memory. Here's a photo I took not long ago, and I remember feeling happy. It was the first time I took a selfie, and I felt it was different, so I saved it. I was amazed I found it. It was a happy memory. What's your favorite memory? Did it include a picture? So now we're going to go back and we're going to talk about what is long-term memory. So long-term memory, or LTM, is a, is the continuous storage of information. Unlike short-term memory, the storage capacity of LTM has no limits. It encompasses all the things you can remember that happened more than a few minutes ago, to all of the things that you can remember that happened days, weeks, and years ago. In keeping with computer analogy, the information in the LTM would be like the information you have saved on a hard drive. It isn't there on your desktop, which is like your short-term memory, but you can pull from this information when you want it, at least most of the time. Not all long-term memories are strong memories. Some memories can only be recalled through prompts. So where do they reside in the brain? There's two types of memory. There is explicit memory and implicit memory. Explicit memory is stored in the neocortex, the hippocampus, and the amygdala, whereas the implicit memory is stored in the basal ganglia and the cerebellum. Pretty cool, right? So what is explicit memory? Explicit or declarative memory is the who, the what, the when, the where. The memories we try to concisely remember and recall, like studying for your exam. Memories of learning is a part of your explicit memory. So what is semantic? So there's two types of explicit memories. There's episodic and there's semantic. Let's talk about episodic. Episodic or autobiographical is information about events we have personally experienced. Memory about happenings in particular places at a particular time, kind of like a visual imagery or a feeling of familiarity. Now here's my episodic memory. I have two. The first time I saw a live crab. It was very scary for a 4-year-old, but after it was cooked, I loved it. My second memory was when the first time I rode a plane. The one thing that remained in my brain was the feeling of the plane's ascent. I love when a plane takes off, that feeling of, I guess, being on a roller coaster. It was magical. So now that we know about episodic, let's learn about somatic. Somatic memories refers to general world knowledge that we have accumulated throughout our lives. This general knowledge is like facts, ideas, meanings, and concepts. It's intertwined in experience and dependent on culture. I didn't make any examples for this one. So we're going to go back and we're going to talk about implicit memory. So what is implicit memory? It's non-declarative, the how and the why. It's not part of our conscious awareness. Memories formed from behaviors and experiences and associations. There's two types of implicit memories. There's procedural and emotional conditioning. So let's talk about procedural first. Procedural, how do things work like skills or learn motor skills or examples like riding a bike or playing a musical instrument. My procedural memory, once again, I have two. The first one was when I learned how to play the violin. I loved it and I wish I still played. The second memory was the first time I learned how to drive a car. Freedom! Can everybody say yay? Freedom! And so that was my procedural. Let's talk about my emotional. So the emotional conditioning, things learned through association. The brain is hardwired to make associations between stimuli and emotional states. Example would be something like music or smells. My emotional memory, or once again I have two, fall under emotional conditioning. The first one is every time I hear one song by a group called Savage Gardens, it reminds me of when I first met my ex-boyfriend. It may sound bad, but it was a good memory. The second memory takes me back to when my youngest daughter said her first word. She called me a pig. She said it because I burped. There's a lot more to the story. But my second memory does take me back to when it was a funny, happy time. So, yeah, it was amazing. And if you want to know more about the story, just ask me, and I'll be more than happy to share. So, that was my presentation about the different types of memory. And I want to just thank you so much for going on this informational journey with me. And I hope you enjoyed. Take care and have a great day.